Welcome to Pet Therapy, where you will learn the strokes and techniques to massage your dogs properly and more beneficially. Massage is a wonderful way to bond with your four-legged friend. Unfortunately, they don't spend enough time on this earth, so let's do all we can while we are blessed enough to have them with us. So grab your furry friend and let the pet therapy begin. On behalf of TLC Massage and your dog, I would like to thank you for choosing this step-by-step massage program. This is for the canine massage. I actually have been massaging people for the last 14 years. I got certified back in 2000 for people massage. In 2008, I then got certified for canine massage. I have two dogs that I massage pretty much regularly. And for my first dog, we're going to use the Italian Greyhound, Iggy. So we can use all of his pretty body parts so you can see all the strokes that we're doing. And he's pretty much a pro at this, so he should be able just to calm down and relax. However, your beginner dogs may not be as calm. So you want to start in a place that is very quiet. You can put music on. Dark is good too. And you want to either do it on a table. This is a massage table. Not everybody's going to have that. You can do it on a couch if you're kneeling down. You can do it on your own bed if it's tall enough so you're not compromising your own body mechanics. Or you can do it on the floor on a dog bed. And we've decided to do it on the massage table. Iggy, go ahead and sit down, baby. Sit down. Okay. And you lying down is good. Good boy. Okay, always think safety with your dog. And always keep one hand on him at all times. So if you're on a high surface, he doesn't jump off. Okay. What is the definition of massage? Well, massage is the manipulation of the soft tissue, which basically means the muscles and the ligaments. We're going to do nothing with the bones. We're not a chiropractor. This is just a massage. And I say that canine massage is like petting with a purpose. So sit down, Iggy. We're going to show some of the... Go ahead and sit. Sit down. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. All right. Before we begin the massage, and since he is offering you his back, we're actually going to talk about some of the bony landmarks he's going to have. The bony landmarks are... Sit, Iggy. Sit, baby. Good boy. Okay. We'll start with the head. This is the occipital area, which is the bone right here. You can feel that. He likes that. We're just rubbing that with my hands. Cervical area is right here down his neck, just like a person. The thoracic area is down here by his ribs. The lumbar area is down here right by his behind. The sacrum is at his tail. And of course, dogs have tails, so the caudal area is actually his tail. That's the caudal vertebrae, which we don't have that. And you want to massage from the head to the tail. All right, Iggy, go ahead and lie down. Good boy. All right, now I'm going to show you some of the actual strokes. This is effleurage. It's a long flowing stroke, and we're just doing this to warm him up. Just warm up the tissues and calm him down. He's doing pretty good though, aren't you? All right. That is effleurage. Petrissage is actually kneading like dough, but we're going to be kneading his skin. And again, we're not doing nothing with the bones, so you want to find the areas that we can actually knead easily. And I'm just picking up one bit of fur, of skin, and just pushing it into the other hand. That's the kneading of it. And this is a good one you can do on the bigger areas. The smaller dogs, you might use smaller, just maybe a couple fingers instead of the whole hand. That's kneading as well. We like that one. And what does massage do? Well, I'll tell you what. When we do compressions, which is I can do it with the palm of my hand like this. That's a compression. I can do it with my fingers like this, like a fist compression. These we can do on the bigger areas of the body. The hips, up on the shoulders. Okay. And a compression, you can kind of see it's like a squishing, okay? And I say, think of this as like a sponge. Think of his body as like the muscle's a sponge. And when I'm pressing out all the bad toxins and all the bad stuff. When I'm pressing that out, when I come back, all the good endorphins and everything are coming back into that area. So if there's an area that has been compromised through surgery, arthritis, a strain, you really want to get that blood flowing in there. That's what massage does. That's one of the benefits of massage, getting that blood flowing. Okay, we're going to do some skin rolling. We're going to start up here at his shoulder. I'm going to pick up his skin just like this between my fingers and my thumb, like pinching, and I'm just going to roll all the way down his spine, just like that. He's perfect for this because I can actually pick up his skin. Now, furrier dogs, you can get in there. Don't think you can't, because you can. And it feels good. Going right down the spine, right down his top line area. That's fine. Go ahead. You can sit down. Lie down. And if your dog becomes fidgety or uncomfortable, a good thing to do, well, make him lie back down. Lie down, Iggy. Lie down. Easy. And just put your hands on them. Cover up their eyes a little bit. Helps just to relax them. It's a little better now. Maybe. But just, there he goes. He's happy now. And say soothing words to him. Good boy. Things of that nature. If your dog really is a very new beginner, treats are always good. You can always use a treat. When he lies down, give him a treat. Don't make that be the reason that he gets a massage, but he'll come to find out, that's a good thing. Being calm, lying down, he'll get the rewards. All right, we'll go back to some of the other strokes. We have cross fiber friction. Now, when you're massaging your dog with the effleurage, you're palpating around to see what kind of problems he may or may not have. We start at the neck. We're just kind of palpating, and palpating like it's like palpating, like this, like a simple little bounce, if you will, to see if you find any constrictions in the muscles. And I don't really find any in Iggy. But if I did, I would do cross fiber friction, which you're just crossing over the fibers of his muscles. Do it with your finger, mostly. Little spot in there, and he's letting me do that, so it's not, and he will let me know if it's too much. He might pick his head up, he might actually like, oh, that's the spot, So we just got to keep him happy, and whatever stroke he really likes. And if he does start getting fidgety, just go back to that. And the neck is really relaxing too, so you can always go back to the neck massage. And there, of course, is the spider walk with your fingers like this, just a little spider crawl. That feels good. It's stimulating the nerves too. So that's nice. Oh, you like that one, Watsy. Chucking, we're going to do some of those, but we'll do those on the legs, which is pretty much just like this, just grasping finger and thumb and just going up like that. If you ever a child, remember you did the Indian rug burn where they used to, it was horrible. But anyway, we're not going to do that quickly, or that, so it's turning red, but we're actually doing that to get the blood to flow up to the top of the surface to promote healing. That's what the blood and oxygen coming up, that's the massage will promote to help that healing. Okay. And we're also going to check the range of motion on our dogs. First we'll do with the forearm, foreleg. Iggy has really good range of motion though. Yeah, you don't get much better than that, but if the dog you have resistance, then stop. You don't want to go beyond his own resistance. Okay, that was good for that leg. This one come back. Yeah, he's very flexible, and that's just his breed too. So very flexible. Yeah. All right. There are also little circles that we're going to be doing. These are the circles with your fingers. Again, he's liking that. He'll let you know. I'm going right down the spine. You never want to go on the spine. You want to go right beside the spine. That's where the muscles attach. And another spot you're really going to be working are the shoulders, up in the shoulder muscles and the scapula, and you're going to feel this, another bony landmark that you're going to feel. And you just put your fingers in there and just do A little bit of jostling there, maybe. Just getting under there, just breaking up those fibers. And always, always calming strokes. Because if it starts to get a little agitated, irritated, or tired. Yeah, it's tough getting massage. Just very gentle strokes of that nature. All right. There's one thing you can do if you massage your dog regularly. You can map out and find those little spots, and you can just, you know, just assess the dog, put them on there, work on those spots, and see how they're doing a little later, a week or so. If you find anything that's abnormal, you can tell your vet too. If there's something you don't think is quite right. Iggy has no lumps or bumps of any kind, which is good, but that's something you want to keep an eye on too. And back to the bony landmarks, we have on his elbow. We have his elbow here. Try dancing to your elbow. Elbow, wrist. Yep, they have a wrist. And then for the hind leg, we have the hip, the femur, the knee, the ankle bone, and then the foot. So those are some of the bony landmarks that when I'm massaging the other dog, I'll probably be talking about. Doing, baby? Yeah. Oh, your belly. Of course, there's the chest. They like to have their chest rubbed. It's very relaxing too. Right in the middle there. Very relaxing. Yeah. And there's vibration. Put down. Vibration. I'm just right alongside the spine, and I'm just vibrating. Just like that. Coming up, if the dog has a really tight area, vibration is always good just to loosen it up. If they won't let you have their leg when you're trying to take range of motion, vibration is good. And tapotement, which is actually percussion, which with Iggy I would never really use like a loose fist because he's a tiny dog, but I would use just my tapping of my fingers to help loosen it up. Bigger dog, you can use your hand like this, but again, Iggy's tiny, so I would just use this kind of tapotement. What do you think, buddy? You all loosened up now? Yeah. I think he's done. All right, Iggy. Thank you for being my demo dog. All right, now we're actually ready for the actual canine massage. This is my dog, Sydney. She is a 13-year-old Border Collie Australian Shepherd mix. And in her lifetime, she has competed in many, many agility events and obedience. She even does barn hunt, which is a new thing where she has to hunt for rats in the straw. Lure coursing, she loves, and she's done that over the years several times. Frisbee is a passion of hers, but now that she's 13, she is slowing down. But as far as I know, she really doesn't have any arthritis or any really major problems, which I like to contribute to her activity and massage. So Sydney, are you ready for your massage? Are you ready for your massage? Always ask your dog if they're ready. This will make them become aware that this is what's coming. I'm just doing some gentle effleurage strokes. We talked about those, the long strokes, just to get her calmed down, make her feel happy. And she looks very happy, actually. All right. Now, since she's already in this position, starting with the flow, we're going to start just with the long effleurage strokes all down her back and down her legs. You can see her eyes. She's already starting to calm down. Some of those. I like to do some skin rolling and vibrations. So do a little vibration just to loosen up all that tissue right down her spine. I'm not on her spine. Never actually get on the spine. She's starting to loosen up. She knows you're ready for your massage. Lay down, girl. Lay down. Lay down, my girl. I'll just help her a little bit. Okay, there you go. And she'll relax here in a minute. Yes. And again, if your dog is a little resistant, we'll just have to do some relaxation with the ears. They always love that. Very nice, very gentle. Very gentle relaxation. She's giving me her chin right here, so I'll go ahead and do the chin lift. Which I'm lifting up her chin and I'm just stroking down her chest. It actually is a good stretch for the chin. I'm just going to do some of her chest right now too. Just gentle strokes. And some more vibration. 3 and 4 times is about how many times you need to do most of the strokes. And we're going to do some skin rolling. I'm going to start down here at her back and just roll right up. One side of the spine, the other side of the spine. We're not going to do on the spine, of course. We talked about that. But a bigger dog, I probably wouldn't put her on the table. I'd put her on a bed on the floor. And again, little dogs, you can just massage in your lap. Okay. And lie down. Okay. We're going to go ahead and do some stretches. Just going to stretch the body a little bit here. We're going to sweat over the kidney area, which is right here. You never want to massage on the kidney area. Just nice and relaxed. Do a little rocking, but and she's letting out a big sigh, so I know she's getting in that relaxed state, which is where we want her to be. Now we're going to go ahead and work her neck. We're just doing some effleurage here. Again, we have to warm up the tissues first. You never want to go deep into a spot if you haven't warmed up the tissue. If you ever had somebody walk up behind you and just like squeeze your trap muscles and you just about go to the floor, well, you're not prepared for it, and that would be about the same thing with a dog. So we're just going to go ahead and relax her up. Lay back down, that's fine. You just heard a noise. And if you remember, this is her C-spine area in here. And we've got this notch on the top of her head, which is her smart bump, but that's the occipital bone. I'm just using circles like this to go down there, right alongside of her spine. Again, we don't want to be on the spine, just alongside the spine. So, just relax, Sid. It's okay. Relax. You're fine. We'll do some more of those ears if we have to. She's used to being massaged, but just not outside with cameras, right, Sid? Okay, we're doing fine. You're doing fine. The jaw, you can massage the jaw right there. They get tension in their jaws, just like we get tension in ours. So just some circles there. And we're going to come down again. Since she's giving me her chin, I'll just do some more chin strokes. And right in the middle of her chest there, right where the chest bone is. I'm just going to gently, just some circles right in there, massage it. And as I'm going along, I'm palpating as I go along as well, which you remember is just like the little light pressure to see if I find any lumps and bumps. And Sydney, she's 13, and she has a lot of lumps because that's just how she is. They're just fatty little tumors, and they're of no concern. We've been to the vet. But, so she's a really lumpy girl. So we're just going to, this is her collar right here. The collar area, which is right by the shoulder, and I'm going to find that bony landmark, which is my shoulder, so I'll know where to stop at. Just going to do circles right down her neck, right to that shoulder blade. I'm going to come and do that again. You're fine, Sid. And actually, I call it one-handed petrissage, which you can see from here. I'm just grabbing her skin, getting that blood into the area. Of course, massage, promotes healing through the blood and oxygen getting in there. So we're just going to massage this side first with the finger circles all the way down, starting from the ridge of that occipital, come all the way down to her shoulder. Now, there's actually a lot of pressure points in here, and you'll find them. I'm sure you massaged a dog before that the minute you hit that spot, the leg starts going. Well, that's their sweet spot, and we're trying to find that. Feels good, huh? Doesn't it? We might find some adhesions in there, and that's the cross fiber friction, and we're just working that spot. We're just going back and forth on that spot. Now if I'd find a congested area, which is something that feels tight, just not quite right, I would just hold on to that for about 15 seconds, lightly. And then about 15 seconds, I come off of it, come back onto it again, and we have a spot. And just hold on to it for about 20 seconds. And hopefully it will release. Now, nature's Novocaine is actually percussion. And I'll tell you why it's nature's Novocaine, because percussion is tap, tap, tapping. Remember, if I said the bigger dogs, you could actually use the side of your fist, just like that, loose fingers like that. That's to warm the area as well. But your body goes, oh, thump, no thump, thump, no thump. I can't quite figure out what's going on there. So then it just shuts off all those neurotransmitters to that area, so that it numbs it. So that's always good. Numbing is good, because numbing means no pain. Means no pain. All right. Like I said, every stroke you do, 3 and 4 times is probably about enough. I'm going to get down here to her shoulders, and hopefully, should turn her head a little bit, we'll be able to see. Like right here is her shoulder. I can feel the bone. But like I said, we're going to palpate for that bone, for that bony area. And I'm just doing cross fiber friction all along her spine. It's called the spine of the scapula. But we're going right along there, all the way down. Okay. Actually, we're going to go ahead and just do this shoulder as well, since she's right there. And Sid's got, you know, shoulders. She jumps agility. She's been jumping that forever. Just use her shoulders to do that. Catching that frisbee. That works as well. All right. Good girl. Just doing some of those thumb circles all the way down. Get to her pectoral muscle, which is here in the chest. Well, I guess I got a good spot. Yep. And before we actually get in there, I'm going to check her range of motion with her leg. Up, goes that far this way. Come back. She has good range of motion that way, but she's a little stuck this way. So what I'm doing is I'm getting underneath there in her pectoral muscle. And I'm actually just giving that massage with little circles with my fingers. And I can do it on top here too. Her deltoid muscle, all right through there. Trapezius, right there. Get back underneath there again. Yeah. That's good. It's a congested area like I was talking about, so we're just going to hang on to that for a few seconds. And not like a person, you can ask, well, how does this feel? You really can't for a dog, so they just you have to learn their body language and just find out what makes them go, that feels good or that doesn't feel good. Now, her deep breathing will help to determine that. Okay. Yeah, that was just me. Okay. Work her elbow a little bit there. As far as I know, Sid isn't arthritic, but yeah, we got about an inch more actually, her flexibility. So right there, you know, you can just tell. You know, massage does help with flexibility. I'm just going to do some chucking down her leg there. And her wrist, of course, you do some wrist movements up and down. Sid doesn't really like to have her feet done. But you could also get in there. Each toe you could twist a little bit. You can put your thumb right there in her paw pad and then pull back her toes. Like that. as well. I'm not going to mess with it. This is a good spot if you have a new dog to work when you do massage, get them nice and relaxed. Do that with their feet so they don't really care about getting their nails clipped and what have you. Because she's not a fan of that at all, are you, baby? No. So we're just going to go ahead and do some. We just have a spot in here, which is good. Now I know what to work. So she's just letting me go in there. I'm doing thumb circles just with my thumb. Just getting in there and working that area. Like I said, she really improved on her flexibility, which is exactly what we wanted. I'm just going to smooth it out with some effleurage. Up here, we're going to do some compressions, get that blood flowing. She didn't really have any spots up there. We can do a little tapping in the end to let that body part know that we're done. All right, done with that part. Now we're going to work a little bit on the belly here. Smooth her out a little bit. And again, I'm going to check for any lumps or scrapes or scratches that she may or may not have. But like I said, it's a lumpy girl. Of course, her ribs are in here. You can do something called raking. A little inching down each rib. There's muscles between each rib. Don't really think about that. And then for her belly, I'm going to do something called the sun and the moon. And I'm just gently getting in there and just going around. One hand is lifting up, the other hand is staying put. If they have any digestive problems, you might want to try something of that nature. If they have digestive problems, you could actually go a little deeper into the belly. Do something that's called a wave, which is like this. I didn't put these two in the regular strokes because depending on the size of your dog, you can't always do those. Been hard to do on Iggy, but you could do 2 fingers if it's a tiny dog with the wave, to get that digestion going. If you're a little constipated, you could try that. Okay, doing great, Sid. All right, now we're going to do our leg as well, and we're going to check for range of motion. Go ahead, lay down. It's okay. Lay down. Good girl. A little bit stuck there. Let's see how she goes this way. Alright, well, her back legs, as most dogs get older, they get arthritic in the legs, the hips. I haven't really seen a lot of that with her. I'm hoping I don't. But I'm just going to go ahead and do some effleurage down, just those long flowing strokes, like I said, to get the area warmed up. Again, this is the kidney area. We want to go deep on there. And I'm going to do some compressions, which is just my fist compressions. Let's get that blood flowing. You notice my other hand is laying, it's just steady on her because you should always keep one hand on the dog at all times. I'm in an elevated table. Now if you're on the floor, of course she's not going to fall off, but you never know. You want to make sure the dog knows that you're there. And it is comforting to them too. I always want to say nice things to them and just flow, keep, nice music is good. Just make it be a good experience for them. I'm going to go ahead and grab her leg here. Remembered it was pretty good that way. We're just a little stuck that way. So I'm going to start actually on her hip area here. Little circles around. Got to find that bony landmark. That's where the muscle's attached to. So that's where we're working those areas. Circles, circles, circles. And actually when I get down here, I'm actually just going to grab a hold of that muscle and I'm just going to inch down. Inch down. And then underneath, I'm just going to do some circles right into her inner leg there, her inner thigh there. We can actually hold one side of the leg and then do compressions on the inside of the leg. So I'm like just pressing down. I recommend this for any dog that's older. You know, like I said, the blood flow helps so much to get those muscles flexible again and to strengthen them. All right, we're going to check her. This is her knee right here, her patella, right? It's got a pretty good knee. She's never had any problems with the knee either, so that's all good. Go ahead, lay back down and see how you're doing your range of motion. All right, good girl. Good girl. Oh yeah. We've just, yeah. Like I said, when you get to that stopping point, don't go any further. You could actually harm your dog. You don't want to harm your dog. That is for sure. Some more compressions. Everything you can do, you know, 1, 2, 3 strokes if you want to do it. You can do it longer. I didn't really find any congested areas. There's a bunch of pressure points on dogs though. You can always work those. There's lots around their neck and their shoulders. Just holding on to those and, you know, just doing the, just a steady hold will help get blood to that area actually. Will help the oxygen and everything come to that area. I would say it's kind of like Drano. You find the spot, you press on it, and then the dogs, just through their own breathing then, will help push out all that bad stuff, the lactic acid, pyruvic acid, all the acidity that builds up that actually causes the congestion and tenderness, if you know, they could say that would be tender. And then through that, you push it all out and then you just ease it up and it's unclogged. Like I said, it's petting with a purpose. You know, dogs love to be petted. We love to pet them. It's so soothing to us too, not just for the dog. It benefits us as well. If you have a rescue dog and you haven't bonded with them, I had Sydney since she was like 7 weeks old. So, I mean, that's all she's ever known. Iggy, however, was 9 months old and he was abused. So the bond with him, we couldn't start right from the get-go. We had to start with small steps. But now, I could probably massage him all day. The little puddle of puppy. Right, yes. And again, we're going to go ahead and just do some long strokes down. The flow of a dog, unlike the flow of a person. Like, clearly, this is a different scene for her. But she's not as relaxed as she probably would be. We're going to do some chucking down the leg here a little bit. We get to her feet again, her freckled feet. She's not too bad with her back feet as she is with her front. I don't know why. Oops, I found that spot. You know, that's her foot, you know. Yep. So she's just doing really well here, Sid. Okay, lay back down. Check that one more time. I think we're doing good here. And it simply is just pressing this way and then that. Once the knee presses out, you know, it's good. She looks pretty darn good for her old broad, huh? Yes, such a good dog. Such a good dog, Sid. And like people, we have one more part to massage, and that is the tail. Don't really think about it. Iggy, you want to move so we can massage her tail? Want to move? Yeah. Good boy. All right, go on. Okay. Well, that's not much help. Okay, let's go. Good boy. He loves his big sis. Okay. And it's the tail. Just do a little vibration with it. So there's vertebrae all the way down. And if you actually have a lab, there's something called dead tail, which they can actually get from jumping into lakes and such. So you can just massage right at the tip of that tail. Just little circles again, because it's all you really need. And how much pressure do you need? That's a good question. Your dog can't tell you. That's too much pressure. I need more pressure. So you just kind of have to guess. But clearly don't give a lot of pressure. I give a gentle pressure so the dog knows you're there, but I'm not going to go in deep anywhere. Like I said, not at first ever, because that would not be good for anybody. And, oh yeah, she's all relaxed. Now she's yawning. And she's feeling good about it, I'm sure. Like the massage, Sid. And again, just stroking of the ears, just going ear circles. That's nice and relaxing, and the eye circles is relaxing too. Yep, it's all good. All right. And we are done with our doggy massage. I'll just end with a little vibration to let Sid know we're all done. And we're done. Okay, now to recap what we just done, the flow of the massage, talking about the congestion and some of the areas, the long flowing strokes to start out. Make sure you always keep one hand on the dog. The calming strokes or runs around the ears, things of this nature here. The eye circles are good. She just wants to put her head down right now, take a nap. The neck is a very important part of the massage for the dogs. Just like us, they can have stress too, and they carry it right here as we do. So if you find congested areas, just hold on to them 10 seconds. Go a little deeper and go 15 seconds. And you still feel like it's still congested, go just a tiny bit deeper and go 20 seconds. Just hold it for about 20 seconds. I always do the top line first for the massage. Right down the spine. You can do the skin rolling, which the dogs really, really enjoy. And get back up into the neck again. Work down into the shoulders. Which this is usually where you feel the tightness at. So you'll feel like a ropey area. Just hold on to that right by the bone scapula there. Little circles, a little pressure. Don't forget the pectoral muscles that are underneath. Good girl. Nope, that's good too. Since we're just recapping. Work down that leg. About 3 strokes, you know, you can work the feet. Like I said, she didn't like it, so you know what, if there's something she doesn't like, I'm not going to make her do it, because then she'll just remember that her massage means she gets her feet messed with, and she doesn't like it, so we just won't do it. And you'll find the things that they do like. You can do the ribs, go between the ribs. If they have belly problems, you can do the moon and the sun, or a little bit of the wave, to help things move along. And the hip muscles and the very important, especially on the old dogs, for that flexibility. Of course, when you do the one side, you have to do the other. We just showed you the one side on the tape, but definitely do the other tape, other side as well. And don't forget the tail. And Sid loves to have her tail massaged right there, right at the tip. And I'm just doing those little circles. So I hope you've enjoyed learning how to do the canine massage. Pressure, like I said, is important. Little dogs can be massaged just as well as the big dogs can be massaged. Maybe don't use the full hand, just use fingers for the tinier dogs. The big dogs, you can use your whole hand, put maybe a little more pressure, but again, they don't need a lot of pressure. We're just working the angles here, huh? Yes, we are. Alright. Like I like to say, thank you for joining us, Iggy. This is our demo dog. And this is our demo dog for the strokes, demo dog for the canine massage. I hope, she's 13 now, and she's still doing agility and barn hunting. And I like to keep her going for a long, long time. So through massage, exercise, and the proper nutrition, I hope this can happen for her. And I definitely hope it can happen for your dogs too. So thank you for joining us. Now I'm going to use Sydney to demonstrate how to use the word acronym stretch. We do this before agility. We run agility. You can do it before you take your dogs for a walk. You can do it when you think your dogs are a little stiff. The S in stretch means stand. So I'm going to stand her up on her back feet and give her a stretch. And then I'm going to do stand her up on her front feet and give her back end a stretch. For the T, she needs to turn. She can turn her head. She can turn, Iggy, or sit, turn, around, circle, halfway around with her neck a little bit, and then turn back this way, a little bit. We're just stretching out her neck right now, okay? And then for the R, we're going to do rock and roll. So rock is just rocking, just getting those muscles all loosened up. And then roll is the skin rolling. I just do one side of the spine and the other side of the spine. For the E, we're going to do effleurage, which again, just getting everything warmed up for that walk or for that agility course, whatever we're going to do, that's the E. Okay, now for the other T, we're going to turn again. We're going to turn all the way around circles. Sit, turn around. Good, good girl. Go other way, turn. You can do this as many times as you want. Sit, turn. Now that she wouldn't do that, I'm not quite sure why, she knows how, but to get your dogs to do that if they don't know how, a treat. Just have them follow the treat all the way around. Turn, yes. Turn back, yes. C is compressions, which we all know how to do that. We're just going to go ahead and do some compressions down through hips. 2, we got to warm those up. For shoulders, compressions. Do all those compressions. You can do them as long as you want. The last one, which is really important for agility, is hamstring. So we're going to make her go backwards because now she has to engage her hamstring muscles. Yes, good girl. And back. Yes. And that is how you stretch. And that's the acronym for stretch. All right. Good job, Sid. Good job. Good job. All right, and that's how you stretch. And we're now going to do some agility. Yay! Did I spell stretch right the second time? S-T-R-E-C-C. Yeah, I think I did. S-T-R-T-C. I think I S-T-R-E-T-C-A. I should have wrote it down.